Hello guys, thanks for joining and let's start the session. So this is Banu Prakash and today topic of discussion is how to suffer in life. So my intention is not that I will train you to suffer. The thing is that I am going to tell you that what are the ways people are using to suffer in their life. So that is my intention, not to suffer anyone. So the thing is that let's go through the session and understand what is the root cause of the suffering, and how to avoid the sufferings in our life. So if you see, this is Bana Prakash, so India's first software yogi, and I have identified what are the issues which people are facing in software industry, IT industry, and people who are working in their job, or people who are taking the job support, or people who are giving the job support to others. Everybody are suffering a lot. So I am choosing the age group between 20 to 45 are people who are having high what we say wanted to achieve high things in their life. So those are the people I wanted to mentor, so that if we target those people, if I can upgrade those people, then it's a wonderful chance that all of those people can help others, so that the help will be multiplied. So the point of upgrading a person who is 90 years of age is not used. So people who are in the fire mode, people who are in the very hunger mode, we should be able to serve. So that is why my intention is to whoever had high hunger feeling of doing something larger in their life. So I wanted to help them. So that is why I'm today in this session I'm going to talk about what are the ways people are suffering in life and how to avoid that. So let's start it. So first starting few slides, I will introduce about myself, like a few slides, and then I will start the session. So I'm India's first software yogi, and I already helped many of the IT and software employees, other freelancers as well, to become better in their life, to to do well in their jobs. So I am offering two programs to the world. One is Highway to 100 CR, who wanted to achieve bigger things in life, and the second one is Software Yoga. So Software Yoga is for people who wanted to transform their entire life from scratch. What I mean to say, health transformation, well-being transformation, job problem sorting out, and career problem sorting out. And another one is I'm writing a book. These are the three books I'm writing, like now Highway to 100 CR, Logics of Life, and Software Yoga. So you can follow these books once those are available in the Amazon, and you can purchase it, and then you can read it, and you can understand, and you try to become better in every day. So these are my social media channels. Try to please try to follow, and then try to become upgrader and try to become better than yesterday. And I have created a group. This is called Clear the Ceiling Clan. So this group, where I will be directly helping them, mentoring them to do what are the loopholes which are there in their life. I will try to avoid those things so that they will grow in their life faster. They will get onto the highway to 100 share very faster than others. And the benefits of Triple C, the first batch to get onto the highway to 100 share faster than others, and all the secrets of the universe I will share, and how all the other people are business operating, and how you people are getting changed on the different platforms I will share with you, and how it will what are the misbeliefs you have, all of those things I will be clearing with you, and it will be very easy to navigate different difficult situations in your life. And now start the session. So this session is about how not to do suffer in life. So the thing is that let's understand why the suffering is causing. So if you see, the main reason for suffering is habituating towards luxury. So luxury is not suffering. The thing is that energy generation capability has been reduced for our. So that is why it can be physical body or mental body. It needs energy. So if it is having sufficient energy only, then only it will be able to function to its optimal level. So anything which is involved in which is not involved in any kind of physical activity, that is why I call it as a luxury. If you see on the screen, there are multiple pictures I have posted. So those things people are feeling luxury. No, whoever is not able to generate their energy, whoever not able to generate the maximum amount of energy per day, I call them as luxury people. They are diverting their ways of doing things, and they're not generating the energy, so they're bypassing it by alternative methods. So that is why I call them luxury people. So luxury means what are we expecting in our life? Most of the time we look for our comfort. Comfort means any posture which does not generate energy, does not demand energy generation in our body, I I call it as a comfortable position. For example, laying down on the sofa, leaning towards laptop, laying down on the bed, traveling on a sleeper bus. So these are all comforts we always look for. But if you understand root logic of, it's not the comfort basically. It is a in lack of energy generation. So you are any position which you are not sitting in 90 degrees position. That means it will disconnect the charging mechanism. It will disconnect the energy generation mechanism from the body. So that is what the comfort we are looking for. Now there are only two sufferings in our life. One is the body suffering and the mental suffering. So let's look at the body suffering once and then look into the mind and mental suffering. So if you see body suffering, what is happening is we are very much habituated to the comforts which we have. So anything which we are not doing a physical activity, so that is what we are feeling about comfort. So if you do any kind of physical activity, that creates suffering. Why? Because we are very much habituated to the comfort, and we are not feeling good enough when we do physical activity. So that is when we have crossed a certain threshold in our physical body, then we will feel wonderful in doing the physical activity also. For example, people who went to the gym, first 1 week they will suffer. After the 1 week or 10 days, they will start doing more gym. They will start doing more physical activity in the gym. So that is the minimum threshold every person on this world has to cross. Then only he will be able to understand the luxury or a comfort in doing the physical activity. So body sufferings is mainly causing because we are not able to cross minimum threshold, and then we are suffering all the time. So if you go to mind suffering, we are fully depend on the digital machines. So it can be minimum calculations any kind of complex problem solving ability. All the time we are depending on the machines like artificial intelligence or laptops or computers or digital devices. So that is why even for a simple calculation we go for the calculators, and when there is a need of calculating some kind of money calculation or financial calculations, we will suffer. We are not able to calculate, and then we will again open the calculator to do the calculation. That is also one kind of mind suffering only. So then what is the root logic is that either it can be your mind suffering or body suffering. The thing is that you are accumulating the dirt in your physical body, at the same time accumulating the dirt in the mental body. So that is why whenever it has to function to the optimal level, it is not able to do that. So you need to avoid any kind of that injection to the body and mind. What I mean to say, whatever kind of food we take on a regular basis, whatever food kind of inputs we give to the our body, all this will cause a certain kind of burden to our body and mind. So that is why we are feeling lazy and not able to generate maximum amount of energy. So I will give you the solution what needs to be followed so that you can avoid body suffering or mind suffering, and you will free from the you will get a huge amount of energy, so that you will free from all the sufferings in life. So the first solution I'm going to give you is that it is very simple. So if your people are for IT industry or software industry or doing any kind of work in front of laptop, you first to take care of these things. You sit in front of the laptop comfortably, like 90 degrees straight. You should do not try to bend towards laptop or leaning to backwards. So wherever you sit, you try to sit 90 degrees straight. So because 90 degrees straight sitting position is the position which will demand the body to generate the energy. It will force you to generate the energy. That is why people not able to sit that in that position for longer period of time. So but try to do that. That is a very simplest solution which will not bring you any kind of laziness. It is a very energy generation position. So let me tell you with an example. If you wanted to utilize your mobile for continuously for 48 hours, the battery will not long. So that is why you need to keep the charger to if you want to utilize for continuously 48 hours. In the same way, body also will work. You should not disconnect your charging mechanism from the body. Then only it will work for the longer duration. So if you disconnect in between, then it will not function properly. So for example, for 1 hour you have sit in the straight position. Definitely you will have the high focus and high energy. After that, you will go leaning forward or leaning backward. That means you will feel very much relaxed. You can try this out and then let me know. If you any position which you are not sitting in the straight, that means either leaning forward or leaning backward, which will give you more relaxation than sitting 90 degrees position. Because 90 degrees position, the one it will generate a maximum amount of energy in the body, which will try to recharge your body and mind all the time. So that is why and the first simple solution, whenever you are working in front of laptop, try to sit 90 degrees straight. That is the energy generation, energy demanding position, so that your battery wire will be connected to you, and it will be always getting charged. And if you wanted to stretch it for 24 hours also, you will be able to stretch. So but some kind of food inputs we need to give, which will supply good amount of nutrients to the body. So that is a different aspect, but the main aspect of energy generation is sitting 90 degrees very straight. So how confidently I am saying this thing means, from the last 6 years I have done huge amount of research on this thing, and then only I got to know. So that is why you don't need to do any kind of reinventing the wheel. You can simply follow that solution which I have told. If it is works, that's wonderfully well. If it does not work, then you come to me, or you will reach out to me. I will explain you why it is not working, what mistakes you are doing. And the second thing is that do not skip any kind of physical activity for any kind of reason in a day, because physical activity is the one which will remove all of the dirt from the body and mind. So if you do physical activity, what happens is that most of the dirt which is accumulated in the body cells, everything gets removed. And at the same time, any kind of waste material in the blood, or any kind of waste material in the body will be easily eliminated use of the physical activity. Then the recycle mechanism will happen very fast, so that the amount of sleep you require per day will be reduced comparatively with other people. People who you can observe, people who doesn't do any kind of physical activity will take huge amount of time to sleep. But people who does the physical activity, all of the waste material will go out of the body very quickly. So that is where the amount of sleep they require will be less compared to the lazy people. So this is the wonderful solution which I have identified, and I am trying to make you understand root logic of it. So most of the people doesn't follow these things because they do not know the base logic of it. So that is why they tend to ignore all of these things. Now let's go to the solution 2. Solution 2 is that this is completely working upon your body and mind from the scratch. This is what I'm into. This is the excellent solution which worked for me wonderfully well, and many people have suggested also. Many huge number of videos in the social media have created on this area. Many people also following the same thing, but it needs little bit of courage and extra mile attitude to follow any one of the solutions which I'm giving right now. So the thing is that the best solution, the quickest solution is that follow 3 to 5 days of fruits and vegetable diet without having any kind of carbohydrates and non-veg. And whenever you will feel hungry, you should drink buttermilk or any kind of fruits you can eat. So that for the 3 to 5 days, what happens is that after the third day or fourth day, all of the compulsive bacteria, all of the bad bacteria from the digestive tract will be gets eliminated. But at the end of the third day, you will feel extremely painful around your outlet, because bad bacteria will cause some kind of inconvenience by during going out after the third day, end of the third day or fourth day morning also. So but once the bad bacteria went out of the body, went all of the compulsive bacteria, if it goes out of the body, that is the day you will start feeling wonderful about your body. So you do not try to skip this in after following 1 day or 2 day. You strictly follow for 3 days. If you feel the thing it did not happen, then you try to extend for one more day. So generally it will happen for 48 hours. That is the general scenario, but it should work for everybody. So that is why I'm saying 3 to 5 days. So you mandatorily follow 3 to 5 days, and then you will feel extreme wonderful results, because once the compulsive bacteria, bad bacteria goes out of the body, then that is the day you will start feeling wonderful. That is the day compulsiveness will not be there, and you will feel wonderful. And the next solution is that it is like a slow game. So people who wanted to play safe game, so it will take 3 months or 4 months also. But the thing is that it will also work very wonderfully well. What happens is that in 3 months you should not eat a lunch. You can eat morning breakfast, you can eat a night food also. So in between you should not eat. Whenever you are feeling hungry, you can drink buttermilk or fruits and vegetables you can eat, and then do little bit of physical exercise like walking, so that after each and every month month you will only realize how much energetic you are becoming. So let me explain you what is the root logic of it. The root logic is whenever you are giving sufficient space between two meals like morning and night, if you give that sufficient space, the body cleanup mechanism will be very fast. That too, when you give buttermilk or any kind of liquid, then it will make the body cleanup activity from the root of the cells. All the cells which are having the dirt and lacking of generation of energy mechanism, all the dirt will be removed and they will be rejuvenated. They will generate maximum amount of energy from the day once the dirt is removed. So that is why strict physical activity is required by skipping the afternoon lunch. If you skip afternoon lunch, drink buttermilk or any kind of liquid and do little bit of walking or any kind of physical activity, and then after the third month you will definitely feel extremely energetic and you will not believe you were the same person the 3 months before. So will it definitely take 3 months? No, it can take 1 month or 2 months. It depends on the person's strict diet. Sometimes we need to skip, we need to have the afternoon lunch because of external compulsions or any kind of internal compulsion. So maybe you can skip 1 or 2 days, but for continuously 3 months you need to try to follow. Do not eat any kind of afternoon meals and only give any kind of liquid which is a limited quantity, and do little bit of walking and any kind of physical activity. You will definitely become wonderful after the third month. And now this is the end of the session. So my main point of saying that, so the suffering is happening because we are taking the bad inputs to body, bad inputs to mind. We are not clearing those bad material from the body and mind on a regular basis. So that is why the maintenance activity is needed. That is why people are sleeping more. So if you stick to the roots of life, if you stick to the logics of life, then we will become wonderful. So that is why I'm strongly suggesting the solution one. I told you that follow 3 to 5 days of fruits and vegetable diet, or in the 3 months of time you can skip your afternoon lunch. So if you wanted to get start immediately in the next second, you can sit straight 90 degrees position in front of your laptop, because most of the people whoever I'm giving training are doing the IT and software jobs only. So that is why that position is a physical activity position which you do not need to go to gym to the physical activity. If you simply sit straight in your office chair, then that is which is a one of the physical activity. I think that is the end of the session for today. And if you have any questions, we can discuss. If not, we can disconnect. Yeah, okay. So that's okay, guys. Thank you very much for joining. So have a wonderful day.